Chairman, we're ready when you are.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order the 1686th meeting of the Board of Trustees, July 11th, 2024. Roll call.
Mr. Wabi.
Here.
Ms. Kistner.
Here.
Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Watson.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson.
Yes. Approval of the Journal of the Proceeding Minutes. June 13th, 2024. That'd be for the 1685th meeting.
Move approval.
Second.
There are no comments by the chair. Report of the board committees. Trustee Watson, can you read the audit committee meeting report?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Audit Committee, July the 2nd, 2024 Board of Trustees report. The Audit Committee met on July the 2nd at 7:30 a.m. The meeting was attended by Trustees Watson, Evans, Kistner, Wilson, and Wabi, with Trustees Nicholson attending online. Chairperson Watson called roll and had no introductory comments. Minutes of the June 4th Audit Committee meeting were approved. Next, internal audit presented a report for an audit engagement that consisted of a review. Sorry, guys, I'm reading this. I don't have my cheaters. Review of the alternative processes and procedures utilized by the IT department to manage and operate the district's service function. The engagement included procedures to analyze and test services desk tickets. This closed during the 6-month scope period of November 2023 through April 2024. Open service desk tickets as of April 2024 were also analyzed and tested. The engagement received a general satisfactory opinion. 4 opportunities for improvement presented and discussed with the committee. Discussion involved potential improvement in the areas of monitoring open tickets resolution times, and after hours on-call support. Administrative access within the service desk application. Questions were addressed by staff as they were received from the committee. The next audit committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, July the 30th, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at approximately 7:59 a.m. It concludes the audit committee report.
Thank you, Trustee Watson. Trustee Kistner, can you read the program management report?
Yes. The Program Management Committee met on July 2nd, 2024 at 8:01 a.m. The meeting was attended by Trustees Evans, Wabi, Wilson, Watson, and myself, with Nicholson online. I called roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the June 4, 2024 Program Management meeting were approved. The agenda items to be introduced tonight were presented and discussed, including a detailed discussion regarding the following items. Ordinance numbers 16406 and 16402, 407. Staff discussed unplanned supplemental appropriations for 2 ongoing construction projects. Additional costs on the Cross Timbers project were due to unplanned rock excavation and numerous utility conflicts, and the additional cost on the Earth City Pump Station project are needed for the relocation of an unidentified high-voltage electrical main encountered during construction. Ordinance numbers 16408 through 16411, staff reviewed the details and bid information for 4 construction projects bid over the past month. These ordinances will authorize contracts and appropriate the necessary funds for the projects. All projects were within proposed budgets and met required MWBE participation. Ordinance number 16412. Staff requested appropriation for funding the annual fiscal year 2025 stormwater infrastructure repair program. Staff then gave an update on the MWBE small contractor participation for the first half of fiscal year 2024. Staff answered questions for myself regarding the bidding process for this type of repair work. Staff is requesting introduction and adoption at tonight's meeting due to the near depletion of the fiscal year 24 funding. Ordinance numbers 16413 through 16417. Staff gave summary descriptions of 2 multi-year engineering design contracts and the associated projects on the agenda. The contracts are for WSP USA and Jacobs Engineering Group. These annual appropriations provide the project management engineering design services for projects required to comply with MSD's consent decree. Staff reviewed details of the design work to be performed and the purpose for the projects. Specifics were provided regarding the overall budgeted appropriations as well as current MWBE compliance. There was discussion between the committee and staff regarding the 2 large CSO tunnel projects being designed under the Jacobs contract. Ordinance number 16422. Staff is requesting authorization to acquire property, perform demolitions, and related activities of real property and easements for the construction of a sanitary tunnel and associated structures as part of the Upper River de Pere and River de Pere tributaries storage tunnel project located in various municipalities within St. Louis County and the city of St. Louis. This action will also appropriate $2 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for these acquisitions and services. The next committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for July 30th, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at 8:40 a.m. This concludes the Program Management Board Committee report.
Thank you, Trustee Kistner. Trustee Evans, Finance Committee.
Thank you. Finance Committee met on July 2nd, 2024 at 8:41 a.m. The meeting was attended by Trustees Wilson, Evans, Wabi, Watson, and Kistner with Trustee Nikozisson online. I called roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the June 4, 2024 Finance Committee meeting were approved. Bill Winningham of Milliman presented the actuarial valuation of the district's defined benefit pension plan as of December 31, 2023. He stated that the actuarially determined contribution for 2024 is $13.4 million, up from $12.9 million in 2023. The main driver of the increase was poor performance in 2022 that will be a factor in the calculation for 1 more year. He also noted that the plan's liabilities are expected to be relatively stable and then start to decline in a few years, and pointed out that almost half of the employees in the plan are eligible for retirement. The actuarial funded status of the plan is 84.8%. He then reviewed work done to comply with the governmental accounting standards for GASB statements number 67 and 68. This report is used to determine the liability amount for the district's financial statements. Next, Secretary Treasurer Tim Snoke informed the committee that evaluations are currently being conducted of requests for proposal responses received for pension investment consulting services. He reviewed the difference between both traditional and non-discretionary and outsourced chief investment officer consulting services and invited the committee to provide any feedback that they have for these options. Tim then reviewed the district's operating portfolio as of June 28, 2024, and indicated that the portfolio is in compliance with the district's investment policy. The next committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, July 30, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at 9:15 a.m. This concludes the Finance Committee Board Comments report.
Thank you, Trustee Evans. Trustee Wilson, Stakeholder Relations Committee.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Stakeholder Relations Committee met at district headquarters on July 2nd, 2024 at 8:40 a.m. The meeting was attended by Chairperson Wilson and Trustees Watson, Evans, Kistner, Wabi. Participating online was Trustee Nikozisson. Chairperson Wilson called roll, had no further comments. The minutes of the June 4, 2024 Stakeholder Relations Committee meeting were voted on and approved. The first agenda item was a discussion by Tracy Coleman regarding the updated classification and compensation plan ordinances 16423 and 16424. Ms. Coleman explained the inclusion of SEIU Local 1's approved collective bargaining agreement, CBA, has changed the recently approved classification plan by adding 3 more schedules to the pay plan, new and retitled positions, and updated pay grades for some of the SEIU represented positions. Tracy also explained the compensation plan ordinance now includes the SEIU safety range increases through salary range increases through FY '28. The next agenda item was an update for the board by Brett Berthel about MSD's progress with the Rate Commission's recommended action items referenced in a response letter from the board to the Rate Commission in December 2023. Brett Berthel will report to the board again this fall. At approximately 9:38 a.m., Chairperson Wilson requested a vote to move the meeting into closed session to discuss records relating to municipal hotlines established for the reporting of abuse and wrongdoing under Section 610.021, subparagraph 16. At approximately 10:01 a.m., Chairperson Wilson requested a vote to return the meeting to open session. The meeting was adjourned at 10:01 a.m. Next meeting is tentatively scheduled for July 30th, 2024.
Thank you, Trustee Wilson. Report of the Executive Director.
I have no report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Comments for the public? We have several. I would like to remind everyone about the rules for the public comment period. We ask that the members of the public who wish to make comments, please keep their remarks to 5 minutes. Also, if a group has come to speak on the same topic, we ask that they select a spokesman for the group. If a member of the public has questions for MSD, we ask that the questions are presented in writing so that MSD can research and respond properly. I would like to thank the public for their cooperation. Mike Murphy.
Hello, welcome. I appreciate being able to speak for a moment. As you heard in the stakeholders meeting, SEIU and the district reached tentative agreement. It overwhelmingly passed and are looking forward to the board approving items 32 and 33 tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Andy Everding.
For having me, and thank you for your time and attention. My son is Nick Everding. He owns 5632 Welmering. He's been in the house for 3 years. The house is flooded twice. I've got packets that I've given all of you, and there should be a hyperlink that Wendy sent out. Everybody could see the footage of the course of the water that's coming. There are 5 sewers at Langley and Elgin, 4 double ones and a single one. That in when we get a tremendous amount of rain, they overflow and they come down through the backyards. They fill up 4 homes, 3 to 4 feet of water in 15. So if your dog was outside or your kid was outside, they're going to. He lives at the bottom of Welmering, and so everything, he's sitting at the bottom of the bowl. So everything comes into. First time this happened was Mother's Day of 2023. He lost his air conditioning unit, furnace, washer and dryer, hot water heater, completely finished, furnished basement. We removed everything, had it cleaned out, sterilized, etc., and replaced all the utilities and appliances, and then happened again, same exact. So the problem I'm having is, and I really need your help, is our insurance is being. We cannot get flood insurance because we're not by a lake or a river or a creek. We have consulted engineers. I've had an MSD engineer come out. I've had a private engineer come out. They can't figure out how to stop this. We've been told if we put a plug into the drain that it would potentially collapse the lateral, and that it could also do structural damage to the house itself. We have tried talking to We Buy Ugly Homes, Core Properties, Gundaker Realtor. Nobody will touch this house. I don't know that I can sell this house because I've got to disclose that it floods. And it floods 3 to 4 feet each time. There's a garage in the front of this house that even if we took that garage door out and poured a concrete wall in, we couldn't get down the stairs because it's an older house and it's a narrow stairway. You couldn't get a furnace down there. You couldn't get a washer and dryer down there. You've got to have that door. in order to get into it. So anyway, I don't know what to do. This is the second time we've had to replace everything again. We need to get out of the house. I'm just asking for any help or guidance. I'm at a loss. There's a whole list of people that I've talked to, including senators, state representatives, St. Louis County. I'm trying everything, plumbers, the whole 9 yards, and everybody's just like, there's nothing we can do about it. So anyway, ultimately, I would love to have the house bought out so that we can walk away from this, because I don't know what else to do. So any ideas, suggestions?
Mr. Chairman, if I may. Yes, so you're right. It has flooded twice. We've been made aware of this. I know our folks, excuse me. I know our folks have been out speaking to you. What I can commit the district will do, will fully evaluate the issue, come back to you with all alternatives, and then let you know what could be done and what sort of time frame it could be done in. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Mike Everding?
Can I just ask a question?
Oh, yeah.
Can you report back to the Board of Trustees?
Oh, absolutely.
had
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And I have no further comments. I'm simply here for, to answer any questions or moral support. Thank you.
Yes. And Mr. Chairman, earlier today, we did share the hyperlinks with the board, and I can assure you that we have all the contact information, and we'll continue to evaluate this and get back to the Everdings. A lot of water.
The water.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
Real quick, just not to belabor this. Was this I mean, this happened twice in the
Twice in
last,
1 year.
did it happen before?
From what I understand, it is across the street. This water comes with such fury that the man next to the basement window, the man diagonally across from him for years, his house is parked far up the footing.
And none of this was disclosed when property was purchased.
The original owner, everything with the original company who bought it, there was a nurse that 1 year he bought it. So for her to say it didn't flood, so
Thank you. Tom Sullivan?
I have some things to mention about this evening's agenda. Item number 23, $400,000 to Jacobs Engineering Group for design work. Item number 24, $1,600,000 to Jacobs for more design work. Item number 25, $1 million more to Jacobs for more design work. Item number 26, $8 million more to Jacobs for even more design work. Item number 30, $1 million more to Jacobs for construction phase services, which I have long considered nothing but giveaways. Total for Jacobs comes to $12 million of no bid contract. Jacobs has long had best buddy status with MSD. Over the years, it has probably been given hundreds of millions of dollars in no bid contracts. According to Violation Tracker, Jacobs and related companies have had 62 violations over the last 20 years, resulting in fines or settlements that come to about $75 million. They range from $5,000 to $35 million. I also think some ex-Jacobs employees spent time in prison. The $35 million settlement was due to Jacobs admitting it improperly billed the government for years. The company cheated the United States Army, United States Navy, United States Air Force, NASA, EPA, and the Department of Energy. It's hard to understand how this sewer district can do business with such a company. It looks like Brian Holzhauer has made out like a bandit as he's leaving MSD. He has been paid $50,000 for supposedly unused sick days, $61,600 for vacation time, and he's going to get an annual pension of $134,000. Brian was part of the inept MSD management that delayed for so long to meet clean water standards. At one time, the government picked up the cost for clean water projects, but that continually declined until the funding ended. The incompetence will cost the people of St. Louis and St. Louis County $10 billion or more. MSD never met clean water standards on a single day that Brian Holshire was on the job. Thank you for listening to my comments.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Michael Burton?
Hello, good evening. My name is Michael Burton. I'm a state representative here in St. Louis County. I represent District 92. And good to see you, Mr. Sullivan. I haven't seen you in quite a few years. We have a problem. You know, we have Andy Everding here. You know, I know you all have received her packet and seen the pictures, seen the diagrams, seen the videos, and it's devastating. And 2 times in 3 years, what do we expect this family to do? We're talking about thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, and it's just not right. It's not right. I want to start asking the question, who is responsible for situations like this? Is it MSD? Is it the St. Louis County Council? Is it the county executive? Is it Planning and Zoning Committee? You guys aren't working together enough? Who is responsible? And how do we move forward? How can we address situations like this to prevent it from happening again, and to also prevent it from happening in new developments that we're building? And I want to ask, is something like this acceptable? I know I've spoken with some of you before, and you say that, well, we used to have these storms once every 100 years. These are 1 in every 100-year storms. And it was 1 in every 50-year storm. But now we're seeing these storms every 5 years, 10 years, sometimes every year. That's the truth. The weather has gotten more, significantly more devastating, where we're seeing large amounts of water, as you know, in a very short amount of time, and it's happening more and more frequently. So how do we address that? Are there engineering changes that can be made currently to situations like this that we can do to prevent this? And if not, what are the steps we can take? If any of you have any answers to that, I would really like to hear them, because this is not the only constituent that I hear from. I hear from lots of constituents that are having flooding problems. Lots of constituents devastated. I represent a working class community. So what are we going to do? That's what I'm asking. Thank you all very much for being here and hearing me out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burton. That concludes comments from the public. Any submission of public hearing reports?
There are none.
Communications.
There are none.
We are on to the consent agenda.
Yes, so we are. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The consent agenda this evening is items 10 through 13. Is there any board member who would like to pull an item for a separate vote? Hearing none, is there a motion for adoption?
So move.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes.
All right, we'll move on to new business. Start with ordinances. The first one is item 14, the introduction of ordinance number 16405, authorizing the district to enter into an agreement with Preservation Square 123 Landlord LLC for cost sharing for green infrastructure construction in the CSO volume reduction green infrastructure Preservation Square Phase 4 project in the city of St. Louis. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Mr. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes.
Item 15 is the introduction of ordinance number 16406, a supplemental appropriation of $100,000 from the sanitary replacement fund to be used for sanitary sewer construction in the Cross Timbers number 705 sanitary replacement project in the city of Town and Country. Is there a motion for introduction?
So move.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison.
Yes.
Item 16 is the introduction of ordinance number 16407, a supplemental appropriation of $280,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for pump station improvements in the Earth City Expressway Pump Station Replacement Project in unincorporated St. Louis County. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson? Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Sorry, Mr. Watson. Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 17, the introduction of ordinance number 16408, appropriating $3.5 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for wastewater treatment plant construction in the Grand Glades Wastewater Treatment Facility Repairs and Improvements Project in the city of Valley Park and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Tarleton Corporation. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 18, introduction of ordinance number 16409, appropriating $1.6 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for pump station improvements in the Spirit of St. Louis One Pump Station Replacement Project in the city of Chesterfield and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Gershenson Construction. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 19, introduction of ordinance number 16410, appropriating $5.6 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for sanitary sewer construction in the Valley Sanitary Relief Phase 3 project in the cities of Clarkson Valley and Baldwin, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Fred M. Luth and Sons. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 20, the introduction of ordinance number 16411, appropriating $3 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for sanitary sewer construction in the Webster Groves Trunk East Sanitary Relief Phase 1 project in the city of Brentwood, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Bates Utility Company. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 21 is introduction and adoption of ordinance number 16412, appropriating $7 million from the district-wide stormwater fund to be used for repair, replacement, or construction of inlets, manholes, sewers, and other infrastructure in the stormwater infrastructure repairs project at various locations throughout the district. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Do I hear an objection to the suspension of the rule? Hearing none, is there a motion for adoption?
So
So-
moved.
So-
Second.
Thank you all. Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 22, introduction of ordinance number 16413, a supplemental appropriation of $200,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design in the Bissell Coldwater, Missouri Merrimack Sanitary System Improvements Project in various municipalities in unincorporated St. Louis County and authorizing the district to amend a contract with WSP USA. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Mr. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 23 is the introduction of ordinance number 16414, a supplemental appropriation of $400,000 from the general fund and $600,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design in the Lower Middle River Repair CSO Control System Improvements Project in various municipalities and unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Jacobs Engineering Group. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 24, introduction of ordinance number 16415, appropriating $1.6 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design in the Claytonia Creek Sanitary Relief Project in the cities of Clayton and Richmond Heights, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Jacobs Engineering Group. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 25, introduction of ordinance number 16416, a supplemental appropriation of $1 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design of CSO storage tunnel in the Lower Middle River Repair CSO storage tunnel project in the cities of St. Louis and unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Jacobs Engineering. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Now, item 26, introduction of ordinance number 16417, a supplemental appropriation of $8 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design of the CSO storage tunnel in Upper River de Pere and River de Pere tributary storage tunnel in various cities in unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Jacobs Engineering Group. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 27, introduction of ordinance number 16418, a supplemental appropriation of $800,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for general engineering services and the General Services Agreement Facility and Sewer Design Contract A project in various locations within the district, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Donahue and Associates. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 28, introduction of ordinance number 16419, a supplemental appropriation of $100,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for engineering during construction phase services in the Grand Glaze wastewater treatment facility repairs and improvements project in the city of Valley Park. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 29 is the introduction of ordinance number 16420, a supplemental appropriation of $80,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design of sanitary sewers in the McCutcheon Road and Thorndale Sanitary Relief Project in the city of Richmond Heights, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Lockmuller Group. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 30, introduction of ordinance number 16421, a supplemental appropriation of $1 million from the general fund to be used for planning, design, and engineering during construction phase services in the wet weather optimization study project at various locations within the district, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Jacobs Engineering Group. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 31, introduction of ordinance number 16422, appropriating $2 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for property acquisition, demolition, and related activities on real property and easements for the construction of a sanitary tunnel and associated structures in Upper River de Pere and River de Pere tributary storage tunnel projects in the city of University City, Richmond Heights, Maplewood, Shrewsbury, Clayton, Brentwood, and the city of St. Louis, and authorizing the district to acquire property and perform said activities. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 32 is the introduction and adoption of ordinance number 16423, repealing ordinance 16403 adopted June 13, 2024, and enacting a new ordinance prescribing changes to the classification plan. Designated representatives of the district met, conferred, and discussed proposals with representatives of ASHME number 410, IUOE 513, IUOE 148, Bricklayers 1, Electricians 1, and UWWA, Division of SCIU Local 1, bargaining units. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Do I hear an objection to suspension of the rule? Hearing none, is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 33 is an introduction and adoption of ordinance number 16424, repealing ordinance number 16404, adopted June 13, 2024, enacting a new ordinance prescribing changes to the compensation plan to update all A and B schedule positions eligible for membership in UWWA, a division of SCIU Local 1. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Again, do I hear an objection to the suspension of the rule? Hearing none, is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, we'll move to resolutions. First one is item 34, the adoption of resolution number 3907, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Brian L. Holscher for his 29 years of exemplary service to the district from May 22nd, 1995 to his retirement effective July 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Wabi,
Aye.
Ms. Kistner,
Aye.
Mr. Evans,
Yes.
Mr. Watson,
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 35, adoption of resolution 3908, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Roger Rowan for his 18 years of exemplary service to the district from August 29, 2005 to his retirement effective July 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So move.
Second.
Mr. Wabi,
Aye.
Ms. Kistner,
Aye.
Mr. Evans,
Yes.
Mr. Watson,
Yes.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 36, adoption of resolution 3909, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Jennifer L. Vogelsang Carter for her 36 years of exemplary service to the district from June 27th, 1988 to retirement effective July 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi,
Aye.
Ms. Kistner,
Aye.
Mr. Evans,
Yes.
Mr. Watson,
Yes.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
And item 37, the adoption of resolution 3910, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Karen McDowell for her 16 years of exemplary service to the district from February 4th, 2008 to her retirement effective July 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi,
Aye.
Ms. Kistner,
Aye.
Mr. Evans,
Yes.
Mr. Watson,
Yes.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, and with that, Mr. Chair, there is no further business this evening.
Motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.